One other note, and when a team's going well, oftentimes numbers just tumble out in torrents. But Barry Zito now, in 83 starts in his career when the A's have scored 4 or more runs, is now 62-4. But the game started in a different fashion, with Ichiro leading off, taking ball 1, and then taking sights on the next Zito offering. Ichiro just 3 for his last 22. Swings and drives one to deep right center field. That is in the gap, and that will go out. It is gone, a home run. For the third time in their matchups, Ichiro has gone deep off Barry Zito. His 6th home run of the year, coming, as I noted, after coming in tonight, only 3 for 22, 1-0 Seattle. And then Wynn hit a sizzling line drive to Chavez, but after that, Zito struck out the next 2 batters in the 3-4 spots and proceeded to blank the Mariners through 7, utilizing 105 pitches in the process. Meantime, the A's didn't waste much time because Moyer seemed to be either just missing or being awfully cautious, because with 1 out, he gave up walks to Kotze and Crosby. He was running deep counts. Chavez on a 3-2 pitch flied out, and there were 2 away when Kelty came up, and he went to 3-2. Runners ready to move now. They're on the way to pitch. Swinging a line drive. That's a base hit into right center field. Around third is Kotze to score. Backhanded in the gap by Ichiro, but scoring from first is Crosby. Safe at the plate. The throw does not come all the way through. In at second with a 2-run double is Bobby Kelty, and the A's are in front. 2-1 here in the opening inning.
Change up, down and away. Really a pitcher's pitch. All you can do with it is try to take it the other way, and that's what Kelty did to right center.
And it was typical the way the A's were putting together really textbook type of bats tonight, taking the pitches where they were delivered and making the most of it. Eventually, Moyer used 37 pitches to get through the first inning, and that was an indication that it was going to be maybe a tough night for him. He walked another batter in the inning before getting the final out, and the A's had that 2-1 lead. Then in the second inning, Scudero was the second batter, and he had pretty good numbers against Jamie Moyer. There's a soft looper to first. Johnson catches it on the bag for a double play. Holy Toledo. When you're going good, you're going good.
Caught the ball about a step wide of the bag. Ibanez was 2 steps off. So Johnson made the catch, and then just with his right foot.
And he beat him by about an inch.
Yeah, they both, Ibanez went with his left foot, Johnson with his right foot, both trying to tap the bag, and Johnson, like you said, just barely got it.
No, that obviously was not Scudero. That was a little double play ball in the second inning when Zito was pitching to Brett Boone with the runner at first base. Now let's get to Scudero. Swung, there's a drive to left. That's hit deep down the line, and that is gone to home run territory. Marco Scudero. It is 3-1 Athletics as Scudero belts his 4th of the year. And that's his 3rd career homer off Jamie Moyer, and he is 7 for 13. Later in the inning, Kotze had another textbook at bat, doubling down the left field line on a pitch away, and Crosby hit one deep to left, but it died just in front of the wall for the final out of the inning. Hayes didn't do any more stirring until the 4th, and then with 2 out, it looked like nothing much was going to happen. Moyer seemed to have found a bit of a groove, and then Kendall singled to center field. Kotze singled to right. Kendall wound up at third, and so with runners at first and third and 2 out, Crosby was at the plate.
Moyer reading Borders, working from the third base side of the rubber. Checks the runners at first and third, and the pitch to Bobby is all the way by Borders, and ricochets back to him. He throws to Moyer, the tag, and safe at the plate is Kendall. Up to second goes Kotze, and the A's take a 4-1 lead. It was a wild pitch, but it came back quickly to Pat Borders, and Seattle had a play at the plate and a bang-bang play, but the throw was a little bit high to Moyer. He had to reach up for it, then slapped a tag down. By the time he did that, Kendall had his left foot on top of home plate.
Crosby then worked a walk, the 4th and final given up by Moyer tonight. Chavez stepped in, having come into the game hitting .347 in his career against Moyer.
Moyer delivers, and Shabby hits a drive into right for a base hit. Cote around third, up to the ball is Ichiro. Cote will score without a throw. Stopping at second is Crosby. A solid single to right by Chavez, and now it's 5-1 Athletics.
Threw him a breaking ball, but Shabby was right on it.
4 consecutive base runners.
All with 2 out. And then with a very competitive at-bat, Bobby Kelty worked a 3-2 count, fouling off pitches until he could get one he could handle.
Now the stretch, the set, and the 3-2 as they go. Swung on, driven down the right field line. Ichiro racing in the corner. He's not going to get it, and it goes to the wall. 2 runs will score. Kelty pulls up at second with a double. His second 2-base hit tonight. He has 4 RBIs, and now the A's have taken a 7-1 lead.
Zito would take it from there and go on through the 7 innings we mentioned, getting double play ground balls to end innings number 6 and 7, by which time the A's had one more tally on the board, and that came against Hasegawa, who had come in to get the final out in the 4th and had a 1-2-3 fifth. But in the 6th, Kendall walked to lead off the inning. Crosby walked with 1 out. Then Chavez stood in, and again one of those prolonged at-bats, fouling off pitches until he could get something maybe that looked good to it. It was 3-2 for the 4th time. And again, Hasegawa and Borders have a little lengthy time. There's a swing and a blistering line drive to center for a base hit. Around third base, coming to the plate is Kendall. The throw will be into second base, and the A's have another run, 8-1. Chavez, the 4th time that the 3-2 pitch was offered up, hammered it back up the middle, driving in his second of the night, and number 43 of the year.
It's just locked in, Bill.
And the rest of the evening was uneventful as Zito, after 7, turned it over to the bullpen, who got some rare innings tonight. Calero, a shutout inning, and Street returning to action for the first time in 14 days and 12 games. Pitched the 1-2-3 ninth inning, and finally, it was only Brett Boone who was the 3rd man up in the 9th between the A's and their 5th straight win and their 6th in a row at home. And the 3-1. Bounce to third. Chavez, tough hop, makes a terrific play. Spins, gets up, throws him out. What a way to wrap it up. A Gold Glove gem by Chavez at third base. Guns down Boone. Street returning to action after 2 weeks. Gets a 1-2-3 ninth inning in the books. Barry Zito gets that sought-after 4th win of the year. The A's, for the first time, have won 5 straight in this campaign, and they're now just 4 under the 500 mark as they beat the Mariners in Game 1 of this 3-game set. Final tally, A's 8 and Seattle 1. And Bobby Kelty, who provided half of the runs tonight with his 2 doubles, will be talking to Ken.